So I just pulled up to my college for the Truth and Liberty conference that Charlie Kirk was scheduled to speak at tonight. I'm working the event here, and man, it was such a hard day today. I'm really thankful that Andrew Womack, he canceled our first class this morning, and had everybody come into the auditorium, and we just honored Charlie, we celebrated Charlie, and we grieved Charlie. But I'm so thankful that I go to a school where we are honoring him, and we are also pointing everything back to Jesus, because like everyone's been saying, this is bigger than a political issue. Like, there are politics involved here, obviously, but it's primarily not a politic issue. This is a spiritual issue. This is good versus evil. And man, Charlie was such an instrumental part of this battle, of this war that we are fighting. And they killed Charlie because they couldn't win the argument with him. He literally would say, "Come on, challenge me, prove me wrong," and they couldn't. So they killed him, because you can't argue truth. And that's what Charlie was spreading, was truth. That's what he fought for. He stood for it unapologetically. So now it's our turn. So I'm just really urging you, Christians, ministers, pastors, students that are in schools where they're probably going to trash him and celebrate him, don't sit down and shut up. This is our turn to stand up and speak up and follow along. Take the mantle from him and keep going. Like I said yesterday in my video, this is going to make millions more. There will never be another Charlie Kirk, but we can all do our job. We all have our own specific calling, and if we all do our calling, we will have an impact like Charlie Kirk did. He impacted so many lives, and now it's our turn. Something that Mike Pickett said today at school was that Charlie didn't die yesterday. He laid his life down many, many years ago for Christ, and that just got me. He laid his life down. He sacrificed his whole life to spread truth, and he loved America. He loved the young people of this nation, and we got to do the same. Are we willing to lay our lives down? Are we willing to be the next Christian martyr? Because we should be. We should be. They can't kill all of us. So stand up. Speak the truth. We don't need to be cruel. We can be angry. We can feel our emotions. We can be sad. We can be upset. We can feel that. But we cannot land there. We cannot stay there. Something that Pastor Greg Moore taught us today at school was we cannot land there. We cannot land angry. We cannot stay in fear. We cannot stay in sadness and grief. We have to do what Jesus did. When Jesus lost John the Baptist, he went off, he prayed, he got under control his emotions, and then he kept moving forward. So another point that they made today is that Satan took out Charlie. He took out one. He took out Charlie. But now, if we do what God is calling us to do, we can take back multitudes of people that Satan has tried to take from us. We can still reach people that Charlie was trying to reach. So Satan took one of ours, but we can take multitudes of his. Charlie was such... I get so emotional about it because Charlie had such a big impact, and he was a great one, but we can take multitudes, so we cannot let him die in vain. We have to pick up the mantle and speak and move forward and speak the truth and not be hesitant. We cannot live in fear. We cannot live in fear. Charlie didn't. We can't. We cannot live in fear. What is death to a Christian? We get to be, like, there was posts going around yesterday that said that death is just delivering us to the face of Jesus. That's all we could ask for. Now, I'm not asking you to be stupid, but I'm saying stop living in fear. We cannot live in fear, because that's what we've been doing the past several years, and look where our nation is at. We have to be strong in the faith and just be like Charlie. He was such a good example. So I just urge you guys to do that. It was on my heart, and I had to speak that before I go in here.